Hello and welcome. My name is Jen from Smarty Pants Finance, and welcome to our Facebook Live on Mondays. I have been going through mystery shopping training for the last, I think we're about a month and a half in. So thank you to whoever is joining us today live, and also anyone who's watching this on the replay later. I appreciate you watching it. I hope it is educational and helps you in your mystery shopping journey. So a little bit about me. I've been mystery shopping since about 2004. I have mystery shopped all over the world, a lot locally where I live, and I've made thousands of dollars over the years mystery shopping, gotten lots of free things, been able to go on great trips, and so it's fun for me to teach mystery shopping. I teach mystery shopping classes at community colleges, and I've been able to come online here and share more of what I do with people so that you can start mystery shopping too. So what we're going to talk about today is how to make more money mystery shopping. When I started mystery shopping in 2004, my only motivation was to make money. I had two really young children, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we had like no household income, and I needed to quickly find ways to make money. And so one of the things I came across was mystery shopping. And so my primary goal in that was just to bring in extra income into the house. And so I was able to bring in hundreds of dollars a month mystery shopping. I quickly discovered that mystery shopping is also a great way to have fun. So I could take my kids, to miniature golf or out for pizza. But really my goal was to make money. And over the years, as I'm a full-time teacher now, I have less of a emergency financially. So now I can do more mystery shopping for fun. But there are definitely times my goal is to earn more money every month. And so we're going to go through all the tricks and strategies and tips so that if your goal is to make money, this is how you're going to do it with mystery shopping. So the first thing you have to do is think about what is your motivation. So I've mystery shopped a lot just for entertainment, like going to the movies, going bowling, taking trips all around the world, going to Hawaii every year for my birthday. So some of my motivation has just been fun and lifestyle. But if your motivation is to actually increase your income and to bring in money so you can pay off debt, so you can pay that car loan off so that you can buy groceries. When I started mystery shopping, I literally used some of the grocery shopping assignments to buy diapers for my youngest kid. So if your goal is financial, then you have to be a little bit more strategic about how you're going to do that. And like going to Hawaii and all the fun things I've done didn't really help with my financial goals. So what we're going to talk about today is how you can make money. And then the fun, you may be able to also do that, but we want to just talk about the income side of it. Okay, so the first thing you have to do, and if you've not watched any of the other videos, I have 6 other videos that take you through every step of mystery shopping. So if you're hopping in here and it's your first time and you're not really even sure where to get started, make sure later you go back and watch the other videos because they're all instructive about all the steps to get to the point where you can start making money. So the first thing you have to do is sign up with more mystery shopping companies. And I think it's video 2 or 3 talks about signing up with companies. So no matter who you are, even if you've shopped for years, there are probably companies you're not signed up with. So the more companies you register with, just the more jobs you'll have access to. And if your goal is to make money, then you want to be able to see as many assignment opportunities as possible. That way you can start picking and choosing what jobs are going to bring you the most income. If you're signed up with just a couple of companies, you'll only see the assignments that they have available. If you're signed up with 20 to 30 companies, you're going to see a ton of more work to do. Even now, 16 years in, I just registered with another company maybe 2 weeks ago, and now I'm going to start taking work with that particular company. So sign up with more companies. And I have a list that I will put in the chat so you can see it after about companies that I trust, that I've worked for years, and then that'll be a good starting point. The second thing goes along with that, and that is to be more aggressive about looking at the job boards. So job boards are where all of the assignments are posted. be looking at those more aggressively and looking at the emails that the schedulers send. So about 10 years ago, I was unemployed. And so every morning I would take the kids to school. I'd come back, I'd get my breakfast, and I'd sit with my computer and I would go through every job board and every email I had gotten because I really needed to make money. And if you are lackadaisical about it, like if you don't look at your emails till the evening, some of those jobs that were posted in the morning are already assigned to someone else. And if you don't look at the job boards, then you might miss jobs completely because some of them are never emailed out. So if your goal again is to increase your income, you have to be assertive. It's kind of like the early bird gets the worm. So someone else is also trying to get those same assignments. So if you want the assignment, just get up, start paying attention to the emails and applying for those jobs. And cast the net wide. Like the more you apply for, the greater chance that you'll get assignments. Like don't just pick one assignment and hope that you get it. Apply for a whole bunch. And, best case scenario is you get a lot of assignments and then you start going out and working more. Okay, so the next thing is to start looking at what the assignments pay. So in mystery shopping lingo, the fee is the amount that's paid to the shopper for going out, doing the job, and writing the report. If you look at an assignment, look at the fee, look at what it pays. If it's a high-paying job, then that should catch your attention. Some pay $40 and some only pay like $5. So start looking at that. But at the same time, think about, is it a high-paying job, but it's going to take you 4 hours? Or is it an average paying job and it's going to be super quick? So you don't want to just take the high paying jobs and assume you'll make more money because you could end up spending so much time on a particular assignment that when you average it out, you didn't make much per hour. So the way I look at it is like, let's say there's a $40 assignment but it's going to take 4 hours, including my driving time, writing the report at home, and actually being on site doing the job. If it's $40, but it takes 4 hours, that's only $10 per hour, which honestly, you could do a lot of other things for $10 per hour or more. If it's a $10 assignment, but it only takes 10 minutes, that's the one I would pick. And I did several of these over the past week. It was $10. It took 10 minutes, which meant the rest of the hour I could go do other assignments. And then by the end of the hour, I had actually made more money than if I took the $40 assignment that was going to take 4 hours. So start to kind of average it out. I always think about it in terms of like per hour, what am I making? So extrapolate it out. So even if it's like $10 for a 15-minute job, I kind of think, okay, 15 minutes in an hour before 15-minute segments. So $10 times 4 is $40. So I'm kind of making $40 per hour. You won't always do that because you can't do back-to-back assignments for a full hour, but it's just a good way to gauge, is this worth my time? And I would definitely think about the distance you have to drive. I mean, if it's a $100 assignment, but it's a 4-hour drive, that's 4 hours there, 4 hours back, plus a couple hours in the assignment, that's still not much money per hour. So think about it, do a little like mental work, some math in your head before you start assuming that the high paying jobs are the best ones. Sometimes low paying jobs that you can just do quick back to back are gonna be the best. About a month or so ago, I had, I think 5 average paying jobs. I think they paid about $10 each, but I could do them in quick succession. So I did 10 of them in less than an hour and a half. So I was making, $30 to $40 an hour, and the jobs were easy. They were close to my home. I wasn't spending a lot of time driving. So think about all that as you apply. Also, don't discount the low paying jobs. A lot of times low paying jobs have a reimbursement that goes with them. So you could be reimbursed for groceries. You might be reimbursed for an oil change, clothing, getting gas at the gas station, pet care. I had a dog, and the first several years we had him, all of his vaccinations and treatments for things that he had going on, everything was a mystery shop at a pet hospital. So look at what you're actually getting for doing the work. So even if so like the pet assignments, the veterinarian hospital, it didn't pay me anything to do the job, but it reimbursed me $120 of pet medical expenses. that was such a high value that I didn't really care that I wasn't getting paid, because then instead of me paying $100 and something to take my dog to the vet, I was getting reimbursed for it. So sometimes low paying jobs that have a high value are worth your time for sure, especially if it's something that's a necessity. Like I said, I used to do grocery store assignments when my kids were little, and that's how I got diapers, and that's how I got milk and bread and just basic food supplies. Oil changes. Sometimes an oil change assignment might pay $5, but it reimburses $70, and getting an oil change is a necessity if you want to keep your car running well. So definitely look at that. If it's high value and it is something you have to spend money on anyway, then go ahead and do that, because now instead of, like, if you budget and you have, $50 a month for car maintenance, if you've just done a mystery shop that covered the oil change, you don't have to, that doesn't come out of your budget anymore. You've just worked for it, even if you didn't make money. And I kind of think about it like, it is almost like money. It's like the equivalent of money, because I didn't have to spend to get, pet food, or to get my, car oil change, or my carpets cleaned, or anything like that. And there are a lot of assignments out there like that. And you can just do a mixture. Like, you can do assignments that pay well, where there's no reimbursement, and assignments that reimburse a lot to cut other expenses. And the one thing you have to be careful is, it's attractive to want to do assignments that reimburse, but maybe it's not something you need, like reimbursement for movie tickets, or reimbursement for bowling, or going golfing. Like, all those things are great, but if your goal is to make money, steer yourself towards the assignments that reimburse things that you already need to spend money on. And then you're just cutting your budget, your expenses, you're just cutting expenses right out of your budget, which is like the best of both worlds. You make money and you cut your budget. Okay, another thing to do is to strategize, is to think about how you can group assignments together. So it's called route shopping, and route shopping is when you organize your assignments in a specific area and you do like a route of them. So you might go from, the Best Buy to the Costco to the McDonald's to the 7-Eleven, all in the same area. And that eliminates you driving from one town back to your hometown to another town and wasting all of that time in transit. If you're going back and forth, and like, if I go to Los Angeles for an assignment today, and then I go to Los Angeles for an assignment tomorrow, I've wasted a lot of driving time, when I could have just gone to Los Angeles today and done 2 assignments and then come back and eliminated that extra drive. I think about the driving time as, part of my work time. So just try to find more work wherever you're going. Like today, I have an assignment this afternoon, mystery shopping assignment, and it's in an area about 5 miles from my house. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm only doing one, like it's an isolated assignment, except a couple of hours ago, another job popped up in the same area. So I applied for it. So now that drive over 5 miles away, I'm going to get 2 assignments done instead of 1. So when I come back, I will have made twice as much money for the same amount of time. So, well, a little more time because I'm doing 2 assignments, but the same amount of driving time. So definitely take that into consideration. Another thing to do is, if you're already going somewhere, to look at those assignments that are in that area. So sometimes I go up to Los Angeles to see friends. I always look for mystery shopping assignments either near where they live or on the drive up, because I figure I might as well make money while I'm going to do something I already need to do. I do that a lot with all of my travel. I always get assignments at the airport. So instead of just sitting around the airport and waiting for my flight, I'm going to eat dinner, I'm going to a store, I'm doing a bunch of assignments where I already need to be. So I'm just capitalizing on my free time. And so if you know you're going to be going to a major city near where you live, find assignments in that other area so that you're working along the way without taking extra time to go to that city just for work. You're already doing it because you're going to see family or something like that. Another thing to do is to set a monthly goal. So if you just take a lackadaisical approach to mystery shopping, like I'll just do some assignments and see what happens, you won't meet any financial goals that you haven't set. So If I set a goal to make $500 a month mystery shopping, in addition to my, regular teaching income, I can definitely meet that goal when I set it. So if let's say you say, okay, I want to make $500 this month mystery shopping. You could break it down into, I'm going to make $125 a week, if that helps you to kind of meet that goal during the week. But if you make the goal, there's a greater chance you'll actually hit it. And then you'll start seeing assignments. Like, it's almost like as soon as you are thinking in terms of, oh, I need to meet this goal, more opportunities will seem to appear to you. So, write the goal down, keep track of it, so that at the end of the month, you're like, oh, I need, I'm $50 short. You'll find some more assignments. I think, right now, because of coronavirus, where I live, at least I can only speak for where I live, a lot of assignments are popping up like every day. So depending on where you live, there are probably assignments that you can take now, like literally in the next day or two. And so even if $500 a month right now is a stretch because of the area you live in and this, situation with stores and restaurants being open, when mystery shopping is going full force, making $500 a month is not out of the norm at all, if you set the goal for yourself. And the $500 a month isn't even including the reimbursements. So I could make $500 in a month, like that's what I get paid, but also get my oil changed, also get groceries, also get some new clothing. So then when you look at it that way, it's your work is worth even more than that amount of money. Another thing to do is at the end of the month or close to the due date of the assignment, sometimes there's a bonus. So sometimes schedulers get a little desperate because they can't find anyone to do a particular job, or maybe someone canceled at the last minute. So the schedulers will put a bonus on a job. If you see a bonus job, make sure it's something you want to do. It's not super far from where you live, but that's a really great way to maximize your money. There was a job that paid like $12 in my area to go to a fast food restaurant and get a burger. And I don't eat burgers, so I'm not going to do it because it's only like $12. Plus, I wouldn't be able to eat the food. But last week it was bonused to $25, and unfortunately, I missed the email, and so I didn't see it, but I would have totally done it for $25 and then just given the burger to one of my neighbors. So take advantage of the bonuses. I would not recommend waiting for bonuses because you can't predict if a scheduler is going to need to bonus it, but they tend to happen towards the end of the month, and that's a really great way to just make extra money, more money than you would have if you had done the job a week before. Another thing you can do is if the job is far out, like in the middle of nowhere, you can ask the scheduler for a bonus. You can ask them for extra pay. Like say, hey, I'm going out to this area. I'd be willing to drive a little further for this job if you would pay me X amount of dollars. The worst that can happen is the scheduler says, no, we don't have room to do that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, and just ask when it's reasonable. I rarely ask for extra bonus money. I just kind of take what they are offering. If I don't like what they're offering, I just don't take the job. But some schedulers will be super happy to get someone to do the work, so it's mutually beneficial. So that might be an approach to take. Another thing with the schedulers in communicating is when you're putting together a route of jobs, like you're going to go to the town, just down the road from you, and you're going to do a few assignments. It's really easy if they're all the same assignment. Like let's say the assignment 7-Eleven, and you go to this 7-Eleven, and then you go to that 7-Eleven, then you go to the other 7-Eleven. Then you're just repeating yourself, and it gets to be automatic, so it's super fast. Most of the time when you put a route together, it's going to be going to the 7-Eleven and then maybe going to the Chevron station and then maybe going to Costco. It's going to be different jobs. So you kind of have to organize it like a puzzle. It may be different mystery shopping companies, but one good thing to do is to talk to the scheduler and say, hey, I'm going to be in this area. I would like more work. Do you have anything you can give me? And they may say, oh my goodness, yes, we do. And they may give you jobs that you wouldn't have been aware of anyway. And then instead of just driving and doing a couple of jobs, you might end up with doing 4 or 5. Once I was at an airport and I applied for some of the airport retail jobs, and I ended up getting all of them. So was more than I wanted to do, but it was like 12 assignments. And so I got to the airport early and I just did each assignment back to back. So by the time I came home, I had paid for none of my trip. I think I actually made money. Many of the assignments had me buy stuff. So I got all of my Christmas gifts for family by doing all these assignments. And, but the scheduler can help you to get more work wherever you're going to be. Another thing you want to do, oh yes, if you speak Spanish or Mandarin Chinese, sometimes you are able to make triple what I would make as an English only speaker. So if you have another skill, another language that you can speak, definitely be looking for those jobs, because you can make, you know, if I'd maybe make $30, you might make $90 in the same amount of time. So basically you're just looking for ways to make more money in the shortest amount of time. It doesn't help you to spend hours and hours on an assignment and then end up really not making much per hour. So definitely having that extra skill, like the other language, is a bonus for sure. So I think that is it. I'm going to look and see if there are any questions. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention, if you're a brand new shopper, yes, try to strategize to make more money, but at the same time, getting experience as a shopper is super valuable. So like if you're a brand new shopper and you can only find one assignment in town, just go take it, because that is like investing in your mystery shopping career. You'll get better at mystery shopping. Like, don't feel like you have to wait until you have a route of shops to go do. Just start working, and then you'll start to get to know schedulers and companies, and then it'll all fall into place. But don't worry too much if these are just your first assignments, because you want to also get the practice, because that'll help you in the long run. Okay, there are some comments. Okay, so someone said on the burger shop, isn't temperature and taste part of the evaluation? If you give it to your neighbor, how can you offer that part? Yes, I'm not sure. I have not actually taken the burger assignment, and I'm not positive if this one was temperature and taste. I think it wasn't, because I had a friend do it and she did not mention that part, but that's a good point. Make sure. I could not taste it. I could ask my neighbor how it tasted, and I could take the temperature of it, that's for sure. Hi, Dawn, and looks like a couple. Oh, Dawn is from New York, and that's funny. I was thinking of asking people to say where they were from, because it's, you know, interesting to me to know where people are tuning in from. I'm in Southern California, but I know people are tuning in from other places. Let's see if I can. Sometimes, for some reason, Facebook does not want me to see all of the comments. So if you put a comment in the box and I'm not able to see it right now, then I will answer it later. So a couple of things coming up. If you do not like if you found me but you're not on my Facebook page, like the Facebook page, because sometimes I announce things there that I don't put other places. If you're in my hotel mystery shopping group, make sure you like the Facebook page for that reason. Also, if you are not in the hotel mystery shopping group and you're interested in traveling, now this would fall into the category of like, it's more fun than money making, but if you're interested in that, for sure join the Hotel Mystery Shopping group, which is connected to the Facebook page. I have a website. It's smartypantsfinance.com, and you can join my email list. And I'm still sending out, I have a free ebook about hotel mystery shopping. So if you sign up anytime in the next few days, I'll still send it out for free. So don't buy it, just put in your email address and I'll send it to you. I also have a book for sale on the website. You can get the paperback or the ebook version as well. And then tomorrow night, if you're interested in a full class, Pasadena City College, I teach mystery shopping classes there, but it's all online. So I have a link on my Facebook page. You can sign up for the whole class. It's interactive. People get to ask questions and share ideas, and it's really fun. That's tomorrow night, and the signups end tonight at midnight. And what was the other thing? Oh, and I've also moved all of these videos to YouTube. So I'll put a link in the comment box. And so if you know someone, like I was thinking young people, like college students, a lot of them are not on Facebook. It's not really the channel that they're on, but they like YouTube. So if you know of any young people, like ages 18 to 23, who you think would be good at mystery shopping, they have some free time, they maybe don't have a summer job because the job market is kind of weird, but they want to make money, and they also like to share their experiences and, you know, go do fun things, send them to my YouTube channel, because I know young people are on YouTube more than they are on Facebook, and they can just start going through all the videos to learn how to mystery shop. I think the college age bracket is a really untapped market for mystery shopping. So if you, and I think the feedback that they would be giving would be so valuable. So if you know anyone in that group, send them to the YouTube channel and they can just watch all the videos, because I know a lot of them. I have an 18 and almost 20-year-old. Neither one of them are on Facebook, but they're on YouTube. So I would appreciate it if you'd share that. Okay, so I'm going to look and see. Oh, someone's watching from Canada. Oh, and then someone says the burger shops near her don't require eating the burger. Okay, that is good to know. And I think it's Cherie or Sherry. Is mystery shopping lucrative if you work full time? So I have a full-time job, so I can make $500 a month on the side of my full-time job. There are full-time mystery shoppers out there, like people who do it, it's their only job. And they do a lot of the route shopping I was explaining. They go like from Tucson, they spend a few nights in Tucson, do jobs, and then they move over to Phoenix and they do a few days of jobs there, and they make like a job out of it. But yeah, you can for sure make money if you work full-time. I have flexible work hours, so that helps a bit because I can run out in the middle of the day and do an assignment. But what I used to do when my kids were little is every Saturday they would go with their dad all day, and I would line up 10 assignments, and I would just go one by one, and I'd come back in the afternoon and I would start typing up the reports, and then the kids would go to bed and I'd finish up the reports, and I'd make, $100 and something in one day. So that's another way to do it. Even if you can't, if you can't do mystery shopping after work, maybe you can do one weekend day and fit it in like that. Oh, someone's here from Knoxville. I would love to go there, Roger. I've always been thinking about going to Knoxville, Tennessee. So hopefully when the travel starts to pick up again, that will be an option. Okay, so Don asks if GigSpot is a reliable site. Yes, and I think the way GigSpot works is some companies use an alternative to GigSpot. I think that's how it works. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I use the alternative just because I was already used to it, but it's not, one's not better than the other. It's just one was easier for me to use. So that's a really good question. And I think that is it. I don't know why Facebook does not like to show me everything. I don't know. It's been kind of fussy lately. So I will be back next week. I think we're going to talk about mystery shopping scams, because I know a lot of people are leery about getting into mystery shopping because they think, oh, they're signing up for something that's not a real industry. So I think we'll cover that next time, just to allay any fears that people have. So if that is it, if there's a question in there and I cannot see it, I will answer it in a few minutes. So thank you for joining, and please send me emails about your journey. I have people emailing me asking questions about mystery shopping companies and all of that, and I'm super happy to help because I didn't have anyone helping when I started. So it's and it encourages me that people are getting out there and starting to meet their financial goals. Like if you have student loan debt, if you have a car you want to pay off, or if you just have basic bills that you can't pay, this is an excellent way to just start chipping away at that, making that money and getting some of that stuff off your shoulders so that, bills and loans and things aren't weighing you down. And then once you get that stuff in order, then you can start doing mystery shopping more for extra stuff. Like all of my mystery shopping income now, I save and I use for retirement and I use to invest. But that's not how it started. It started with me buying diapers. That was my goal. So, it's a great way to move from one thing to another, from, emergency funding issues to, all the way to just using it for extra retirement savings. So, that is it. I will see you next Monday. I appreciate everyone being here, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.